Yeah, I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen, man. And this video is gonna be a rant slash educational video. They out there confusing people on when does a day start. This is like a biblical video. This is like a niche scripture video. I'm gonna be talking about when does the seventh day Sabbath start and when does a day start. I cannot believe I cannot believe I have to make this video. I really can't. I'm not trying to be funny, mean, or rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But to me, it's so crazy where I have to make a video explaining when the day starts. Have to make a video explaining when does the seventh day Sabbath start. So for those of you that don't know, if you're an atheist, don't worry about it. You can watch for fun. Jim Jones. If you're an atheist, you can watch for fun. But this is for my people that read scripture. This is for my people that observe the Sabbath, right? The seventh day Sabbath, and remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. This is for my Sabbath observers. You have Sabbath observers that observe the Sabbath from evening to evening. I didn't know about this till last year. I didn't know about this till last year. But apparently, there's people that celebrate the weekly Sabbath from evening to evening. And they will tell you that a day starts at evening. It will tell you a day starts at sunset. It will tell you this Sabbath starts at sunset. News to me. News to me, because, bro, my whole life the day been starting at sunrise. And then it's from sunrise to sunrise. That's what I've been observing my whole life. When I celebrated Christmas, I went downstairs, opened my presents Christmas morning, which is daytime, when you wake up and they tell you good morning, it's a dawn, it's a new day, you know what I'm saying? You wake up and say it's a new day. You feel me? You go to sleep, you say good night when it's dark outside. You feel me? I thought it was common sense. I thought it was regular, but apparently there's people that celebrate the weekly Sabbath from sundown to sundown, and they'll sit here with a straight face and tell you that a day starts at sunset. So it made me really curious. By the way, a day starts at sunrise. It's sunrise to sunrise. We're gonna get into it in the Bible. The weekly Sabbath, the seventh day Sabbath, is a sunrise to sunrise Sabbath. You know, there's, you know, it could be a biblical feast because they try to hit you with the Leviticus 23. That's a biblical feast. That's an evening to evening Sabbath for that biblical feast because the Sabbath can also be a feast. You can have a Sabbath that is a feast and a feast that's a Sabbath. And Leviticus 23 does talk about the evening to evening Sabbath, which is a feast. I'm going to get to that. A lot of them like to use that argument. But that's not the weekly Sabbath that's evening to evening. No, the that's a feast. If I'm not mistaken, that's the Yom Kippurium feast. It's either that or the Passover. I think it's the Yom Kippurium feast. That's the evening to evening Sabbath. But they're gonna give you Genesis. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read Genesis because I'm gonna eliminate all of their arguments with common sense reading. Hold on. Because there's actually a bit of confusion when it comes to when does the weekly Sabbath begin and end. There's confusion on this topic. You have people that are really into the Bible, they're really into scripture, but they are sitting here telling people that a day starts at sunset. And that bothers me because that's not right. A kid will tell you a day starts at sunrise. So we're going to read Genesis. So that way we can show you how the Bible tells. We're going to tell you how scripture tells us when a day starts. Scripture shows us how a day starts and how a day ends. So let's read Genesis 1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Ruach Elohim moved upon the face of the waters. And Elohim said, let there be light, and there was light. And Elohim saw the light, that it was good, and Elohim divided the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. I just ruined their argument. All that a day starts at sunset shit is over with for that shit. I just ruined that shit. And I'm sorry I gotta say shit and fuck, but it's not cuss words, bro. I don't care. If you don't like it, turn the channel, nigga. Turn the channel. Because you're not gonna tell me it's not a cuss word. Cursing somebody is literal curses. So don't tell me what to say. I'm gonna say 4-letter words, nigga. I don't care, bro. I'm gonna give you this truth and this and doing it with love. I'm writing this from Florida with love. So don't be tripping on the 4-letter words. But it's right there, bro. And Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. What does that say? The so what is this? This is daytime. You don't see all this sunshine and be like, good night. No, it's a daytime. And then it's going to be evening. And then it's going to be morning. The seventh day. And then tomorrow going to be day one. And there's going to be evening and it's going to be morning. The evening goes into the then evening and then what? So all of that, a day started at sunset. The weekly Sabbath started at sunset. He just told you. Called the light day and he called the darkness night and the evening and the morning were the first day. You keep reading. He just doing stuff. Second day, third day. And then I'm reading Genesis chapter 1, verse 15. And let them be for the lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth. And Elohim made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So, what's the greater light? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, niggas really called me stupid. And they were saying that the day started at sunset. Like, no, it don't, bro. They're confusing people. It's crazy to see people that's Bible experts on Friday night at 6:30 talking about Shabbat Shalom. What do you mean Shabbat Shalom? It's not the seventh day. How you gonna be a seventh day Adventist observing the seventh day Sabbath on the sixth evening? You're a sixth day Adventist. Y'all gotta read, bro. Like these people got y'all tricked, bro. I'm tired of people tricking y'all. They tricked y'all back in 2020. They tricked y'all back in. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not. Hey, it happens. I'm tired of them tricking y'all, bro. And then y'all go and trick everybody else, bro. So them Friday night people, them Shabbat Shalom at 6:30 on Friday night, bro. No, bro, that's not it, bro. You can't sit here and tell somebody to observe the Sabbath on Friday night at 6:30. That's not the seventh day, bro. You can't sit here and tell me a new day starts at 6:30 at night. The fuck out of here, bro. They tricked y'all. I don't want them to see y'all. I don't want to see them trick y'all no more. I'm tired of them tricking y'all because the tricks don't even be tricking. That's a weak trick. I was like, what? I only found out about this last year. Like, what you mean a day started at sunset? No, it don't, bro. No, it don't, bro. They serve breakfast in the morning at sunrise because that's when most people wake up. Our bodies are naturally inclined to wake up at daytime, bro. Fuck you mean, bro? Fuck out of here, bro. No, bro. No, fuck out of here. I gotta make a clean one because it's gonna ask me is it made for kids, and I gotta be like, no, because I'm saying 4-letter words, but I'm gonna make one for kids. But this is ridiculous, bro. I can't believe y'all are falling for this, bro. Now let's go to Leviticus 23. That's their favorite verse. Oh, what about Leviticus 23? Let's go to Leviticus 23. Let's go to Leviticus 23. Let's go, because I just want to get to the evening. It's an evening to evening Sabbath. I got to get, because I've argued with these guys for months on end, bro. I've argued with these guys. Hold on, let me just get to it. They was calling me names. I got kicked out of Facebook groups where I thought I found my people, because they want to observe the 7th-day Sabbath at sundown. Hold on. I'm almost done, y'all. Once I close out this, I gotta do the They love Leviticus, bro. They love go to a Sabbath starts at evening. Go to Leviticus 23. Like I gotta defeat that argument. I have to defeat that argument, because if I don't, they're gonna hang on to it and gonna keep tricking y'all. They're gonna keep tricking y'all, and I can't let that happen. So hold on, be patient. I'm gonna obliterate this argument, and then we done. 32. There you go. I'm about to obliterate it. Here we go. Yes. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 30 and 31. And whatsoever shall it be that does any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. And ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at evening. From evening unto evening shall you celebrate your Sabbath with no S's at the end. From evening to evening shall you celebrate your Shabbat. What Shabbat is he talking about? If I'm not mistaken, on chapter 23, verse 27, is the Yom Kippuriim. Yeah. Which is a evening to evening Sabbath. I just ruined y'all argument. You can't tell me to go to Leviticus 23. We just went there, and it said evening to evening Shabbat, singular, not plural. Not plural. It's singular. So what is you talking about? What is you talking about? Exactly. It's an evening to eat. So, bro, and I give y'all way more scripture. That's just a little light, dusty breeze. I give y'all way more scripture. But it's evening to evening for Yom Kippur. But on the 7th day, he rested. On the 7th day, not the 6th evening. On the 7th day, he rested. And on the 7th day, Genesis chapter 2, verse 2, on the 7th day, not the 6th evening, but the 7th day, he ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day. And what is the day? The light. What is the night? The dark. How do we know? Genesis chapter 1, verse 5. Y'all gotta stop playing. Y'all play too much. He rested on the 7th day, not the 6th night. We just obliterated those arguments with 2 scriptures, so stop playing.